everyone, and welcome to CourseCrash Literature. I'm your host, Avani Shepard, and today we'll be discussing some historical connotations that George Orwell not so subtly worked into Animal Farm. Orwell wrote this famed novel about Russia under Joseph Stalin through the allegory of a common farm in which an old pig, Old Major, inspired a rebellion against the brutal overlord humans.
After successful overtaking of the farm, and with Mr. Jones, their human farmer overlord, gone, they celebrated, and soon after they began to set up a sort of farming system on how to independently run the farm. The pigs, claiming that they were the smartest, decided that they needed to take the reins of the farms into their own hands and start controlling all of the behind-the-scenes work. Napoleon and Snowball rose as sort of prophets to Old Major's animalistic society.
As leaders, the first thing the pigs do is scribe the 7 commandments of animalism onto the wall, which can be dumbed down into 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. The farm, spearheaded by Snowball and Napoleon, disagreed on everything and formed 2 sort of political parties. The biggest point, however, was the windmill.
Snowball argued that the windmill could cut the work of the farm in half and that the animals could live in luxury if only they invested 2 or so years to build the windmill. This was the turning point of the animals' sort of democracy, because when Napoleon no longer had the public support he needed, he took it, forcefully. Enter the dogs.
Napoleon had been raising pups in seclusion their whole life and training them to be mad attack dogs who follow his every order. And using these dogs, he's forcefully expelled Snowball from Animal Farm, really in an attempt to kill him. Animal Farm was forever different from here on out. The mood of Animal Farm became very sullen, and there was a very large sense of uneasiness amongst the animals. As it seemed, Napoleon had gone against the spirit of Animal Farm. However, Squealer, the public speaker, managed to ease everyone's weariness by telling everyone that Snowball was in fact a traitor.
Although some of the more intelligent animals had their doubts, they accepted it and worked hard on the windmill, even though Napoleon was originally against it. Through propaganda, Napoleon was able to hide his growing corruption of him and the other pigs' leadership. After enough time had passed, Napoleon's thirst for power grew even more. Napoleon eventually called a meeting that ended with the slaughter of everyone who was remotely against him or deemed a traitor. The dogs would kill these traitors, and not just kill them, but they would rip them to shreds in front of everyone. Savage.
The pigs start to take an even worse form than their previous human overlords, and even start to go directly against the commandments written on the barn wall. They drink alcohol, sleep in beds, and one day the animals wake up to find the commandments painted over and with only one remaining. 4 legs good, 2 legs better!
The story closes with the animals not being able to tell the difference between the pigs and the humans, as their power-hungry mindset has fallen into their bodies as well.